So, good morning, students. Today we'll start a new chapter, that is projection of solids. So, solids, if you see broadly, we can divide into the four categories. First is a prism. So, this prism is shown with a square base. So, this is the base, these are the edges, and these are the faces. This is a longer edge. So this is a rectangular face. This is a top face, and these are the corners. So this can be circular. This can be square, or this can be triangular. So if you see here, I'll draw. This is a prism with a circle. So you see this is a circular base. So it is a cylinder. So we call it as the prism. Okay. Similarly, it can be a triangular prism. So this is the top face. These are the sides. And this will look like this. If you join this, so this is a triangular prism. Okay. So we have seen here, this is a square prism. So this is a square. Okay. So similarly, if this top apex is a point, then we call it as a pyramid. Okay. So this pyramid, so this is the base of the pyramid. This is the triangular face. This is a slant edge. And this is the edge of the base. So you can note the difference between the prism and pyramid. Okay. Now you see, this is a cylinder. So cylinder is nothing but a prism, circular prism, and cone is a pyramid only. Okay. So these are the generators. These lines, these are the generators. So if you take a paper and you rotate it like this, so it will create a cylinder. So these are the generators. Okay. So if I show it to you like this, suppose this is a rectangle. Okay. So if I rotate this rectangle about this center, this is center line. So it will create a circle, and this envelope will be made a window. Okay. If I rotate it like this, so it will create the cylinder. So if I create a triangle, you see like this. So this is a point. So if I rotate it like this, so it will create a cone. Okay. So these are the two categories which you will. So it can be a square. The base can be a triangle. Base can be circle. Base can be a hexagon. Base can be a pentagon. Okay. So all those prism can be there. Okay. Similarly, for the pyramid, there will be one edge will be with a point, and another there will be a base. So a cone is essentially a pyramid, and cylinder is essentially a prism. Okay. So now, if we cut this, at a figure, so if you see here, so this will create the frustum, V-shaped section of solids. Okay, and frustum of cone and pellet when it is parallel. So if you see here, say it is cone with a circular base. It is a cone with a circular base. So if I cut this parallel to the base like this, so what will be the shape? The shape will be a frustum like this, isn't it? So this is we call it as frustum. Frustum. Okay. Now, if I cut this cone or a solid, suppose this is a, or say, let me make a pyramid. Let me make a pyramid. So this is the base. If you join this like this. If I cut it at a plane which is inclined, okay? So what kind of uh, figure I will get? I will get this as base, and then at some height it will be like this, and at some height like this. I join this. So this will be the cut portion. Now you see the shape of this is different to the shape of base. Similarly here, this frustum is having a different area than the base. So this is also a frustum. And this is also a frustum. This is when we cut this parallel to the base, parallel to the base, parallel to the base. And this is when we cut it inclined to the base. So now you see, these are the sections we were talking of. So when it is cut inclined, so this is the frustum. Okay? When we cut a cylinder, so this will be the shape. When we cut a pyramid, this will be the shape. And when this is parallel to the base, so the shape will be like this. So in this slide you have learned what are the solids. So a solid can be a prism, it can be a pyramid, it can be with a hexagon base, it can be with a circular base, it can be with a triangular base. Okay, and then a pyramid, and then they make we call it as the cylinder. If it is a circular one, we call it as a cone. If the top is a point. Okay. So now next is, now you see these are the figures which you will be making. So in the previous chapters also we have learned XY is a reference line. Okay. So this is standing, a cone is standing on HP on its base. So X is perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. Okay. So you see it is standing on HP. So when it is standing on HP, say this is a plane. So this is a horizontal plane. This is a vertical. This you have learned. So if I place a cone which is resting on HP, so what will be the front view? Front view will be this. Okay, when I place this cone here, so this will be a front view. Make it like this. If it is a cone, The front view will be then this. And the top view, the standing on top, when it is on the, when it is standing here on VP, so it will be like this. Okay. When it is inclined, uh, then it will be shown like this. And when it is lying with one of its generator, so this side is generator. This we have seen in the previous slide also. See, these are the generators. So this is a generator. So it will be there. So it represents one horizontal plane and it represents on the vertical plane. So in the next slide, it will be clear to you. So we involve three type of problems. In the step one, we'll assume that the plane solid is standing on the plane with which it's making the inclination. तो इसका तरीका बिल्कुल वही है जो प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ प्लेन्स का था पिछले चैप्टर में, ठीक है। तो हम पहले अज्यूम करेंगे कि इट इज स्टैंडिंग ऑन द प्लेन विद विच इट इज मेकिंग द इंक्लिनेशन। सेकंड स्टेप होगा कंसीडर द सॉलिड इंक्लिनेशन and draw its front view and top view. And third will be in the last step, considering the remaining inclination, draw the final view. तो दो स्टेज होंगी, पहली स्टेज होगी, सेकंड स्टेज होगी, थर्ड स्टेज होगी, जिस तरह हमने प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ प्लेन में दिखाया था, ठीक है। तो अब ये देखिए ग्रुप ए, ग्रुप बी, ग्रुप ए एंड ग्रुप बी। So if a solid is inclined to HP, तो हम ये पहले मान के चलेंगे it is on HP. So when it is on HP, so we will draw the front view. It will be a cone, and the top view will be a circle. Okay? When it is inclined to HP, so what we will make a inclination here, and we will measure this, and we will cut this, and we will draw this cone. And from here we will take the projector the way we did there, and we will draw this. Okay. And if it is inclined to VP, then we will draw this second stage, and we will measure it first, and then we will draw this. Okay. So these are the three steps if a solid is inclined to HP. Three steps if it is instead of the cone, it is a cylinder. So in first stage we will assume it is parallel. So when it is parallel, so this will be the front view and this will be the top view. When it is inclined to HP, then this is this. And when it is inclined to VP, then we will make this. And if it is inclined to both, then we will make all the three stages. Okay. This is a case in group A and group B when it is inclined to HP and it is inclined to HP. When it is inclined to VP, so this is a second type of problem. So inclined to VP, so we will assume that it is parallel to VP. So when it is lying on vertical plane, so when it is lying on vertical plane or parallel to VP, so this will be the top view and this will be the front view. And in the second case, we will draw the inclination here because it is inclined with VP, and we will make this. And similarly for the case of the cylinder. So the solution procedure is exactly same which we have learned in the case of the projection of planes. Okay. So now we will go further. So these are the categories. So there can be a cube or tetrahedron. There can be a triangle. So there can be a frustum. So we will go only for the simple type of problem in your case. That is a solid cube or a solid pyramid. So you see, this is a first problem. So you try to understand this problem, how we have made it. And you can practice this in your as a homework. Okay. So it says that a square pyramid, 40 mm base. So when it is square, that means the both sides are 40 mm. So this is a square. Both sides are 40 mm. And the axis is 60 millimeter long. So this is the axis This is axis, this is 60 millimeter long. This is given as 60 millimeter. So this is base. So this is given as 40 millimeter. So you can draw it anywhere because it is not given. Okay. It has a triangular face on the ground and vertical plane containing the axis making an angle of the 45-degree with VP. So when it is making the angle with VP, so that means you will assume that it is parallel to VP. So when it is parallel to VP, that means the cone is lying like this. ये आप समझ लीजिए, ये आपका vertical plane हो गया, ये आपका horizontal plane हो गया. So when it is inclined, so that means you will assume that this is like this. It is lying on, it is parallel to VP. ये VP है ना? So it is parallel to VP. So when this pyramid is parallel to VP, so this will be the front view and this will be the top view. When you see from the top and you open it up, so this will be the top view and this will be the front view. So to draw the top view, what we'll do, these are the steps. The triangular face on HP means then it is lying on HP. So we will assume it is standing on HP. Okay. So when it is standing on HP, when it is parallel to VP. तो इसके लिए हमने 40 सेंटीमीटर 40 मिलीमीटर की लाइन ये खींची, 40 की ये खींची, 40 की ये खींची, 40 की ये खींची. तो दिस बिकम्स अ टॉप व्यू यहाँ पर. ठीक है. इससे हमने प्रोजेक्टर लिया यहाँ और ये जहाँ कट करेगी यहाँ पे इन दोनों के डायग्राम को कट किया एंड वी एज्यूम दैट इट प्रोजेक्ट्स ओवर हियर. तो यहाँ से हमने 60 सेंटीमीटर की लाइन 60 मिलीमीटर की लाइन ये वाली थी एंड वी हैव जॉइंड दिस. सो दिस इज अ स्टेज 1. दिस इज अ स्टेज 1. So draw the square of 40 millimeter side, ये 40 millimeter side की, with one side vertical to top view and taking 50 mm axis projected like this. So it is 50 mm दिया हुआ है, इसको भी 50 mm. So you join all this, so it is there. So now it says that draw its projection, take the apex near to VP. So what we do, it says that it is lying 45 degree with VP. Okay. So इसके लिए क्या करना है हमें? And we will now it says that vertical plane contain axis making inferior with VP. Draw its projection, take this. So now we will make it like this. So this side OH OC, so we will mark here, and this one will be equal to this. Okay. So it is 45 degree. So we have made this. यहाँ से हम प्रोजेक्शन लेंगे, यहाँ से प्रोजेक्शन लेंगे, यहाँ से प्रोजेक्शन लेंगे और इससे लाइन को पैरेलल मिला देंगे. तो ये डार्क वाला जो है, this portion will be made. So this will be the second stage. Okay. And finally, for making the third stage, so what we'll do, you will make this. Now make the, this will be like this. Okay. तो इसको आपने ऊपर खींचा, इसको ऊपर खींचा, इसको ऊपर खींचा, इसको ऊपर खींचा. So you will get this and you will join this by this. Okay. तो ये बड़ा सिंपल है, जैसे आपने प्लेन का बनाया था वैसे ही सॉलिड का बनाना है. तो दिस इज द सेकंड प्रॉब्लम. तो इसमें हमने कोन का लिया है, एक कोन 40 मिलीमीटर डायमीटर. तो इसका जो डायमीटर है इट इज गिवन 40 मिलीमीटर. तो एक्सिस एंड द 50 मिलीमीटर इसकी एक्सिस है. सो दिस इज गिवन है 50. This is given as 50. So it is resting on one generator on HP. So that means this is a generator, so it is resting on HP. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट स्टेज में आप क्या करेंगे, बिकॉज इट मेक्स एन एंगल 30 डिग्री इंक्लिनेशन विद वीपी, so that means it is parallel to VP. तो पैरेलल टू वीपी बनाएंगे तो फर्स्ट स्टेज आपकी ये बन जाएगी. ठीक है, तो यू विल टेक ए 40 मिलीमीटर डाया एंड यू विल मेक दिस सर्किल. इसको 8 पार्ट में डिवाइड कर लोगे, 8 पार्ट में डिवाइड करके इसको ऊपर प्रोजेक्ट कर दोगे. प्रोजेक्ट करने के बाद ये वाला बन जाएगा. ठीक है, तो दिस इज अ स्टेज 1. दिस इज स्टेज 1. सेकंड स्टेज में सेज दैट इट इज वन जनरेटर इज लाइंग ऑन एचपी, तो हम इसको रोटेट कर देंगे. रोटेट करके इसको हम यहाँ पे we will cut this as equal to this, and this side will be equal to this side, and we will draw this as a stage 2. ठीक है, now it says it makes an angle 30 degree with VP. तो VP जब बनाएंगे तो 30 डिग्री आपने ये वाला एंगल पहले बना लिया. इस पर आपने ये वाली लाइन खींची. इस लाइन खींचने के बाद यू टुक दिस पॉइंट, ये पॉइंट्स को हमने यहाँ पे ड्रॉ कर दिया. कैसे किया? ठीक है, तो इट इज वेरी सिंपल. so you can cut this here with these lines and you will get this figure. okay, और इसके बाद हमने ये वाली लाइन वर्टिकल ऊपर खींची. जब ये लाइन वर्टिकल ऊपर खींच ली तो क्या होगा, ये सारे, और इधर से हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन ये वाली खींच ली, ये वाली हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन. तो जहां कट करेंगे यू विल गेट दिस पॉइंट एंड यू विल गेट दिस एज द फाइनल प्रोजेक्ट. ये जो मैंने हैच किया. ठीक है, और इसको आपने इस पॉइंट को ऊपर ले गए तो इसको आपने ज्वाइन कर दिया. सो दिस विल बिकम द फ्रंट व्यू and this will be the top. Okay, similarly here this will become the front view and this will become the. तो आपने ये दो प्रॉब्लम्स को बना के सबमिट करना है. ठीक है, तो थैंक यू वेरी मच.